Today in our 2011 Audi A4, we'll be installing the CURT Class 1 trailer hitch receiver, part number C11186. Now I like the fact that this hitch is hidden behind our bumper cover, nice all the way across, because this being an Audi and being a high-end vehicle, if you're going to install a hitch on it, you want to have a good look and a nice appearance and not have something that's hanging below your vehicle and is an eyesore. This hitch has a nice high gloss black powder coat finish, so it's stylish and will give us many years of corrosion and rust-free service. Our safety chain loops are right here underneath the receiver. You can see they're nice big opening here, so we won't have any problem hooking a safety chain around it at all in any location. We have our standard 1/2 inch diameter hitch pin hole here. Now this hitch does come with an included hitch pin and clip, so you don't have to worry about purchasing one. We have this nice collar welded around the opening of our Class 1 receiver. Just helps give it a nice finished look. This hitch features a 200-pound max tongue weight rating and a 2,000-pound max gross trailer weight rating. Obviously you'll want to consult with the owner's manual of your Audi and find out what the vehicle is capable of towing and not exceeding the limits of the vehicle or the hitch. Go by whatever number is lowest. Now if you're using this hitch for a non-trailer application such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier, CURT does require the use of a stabilization strap to help support the load. We have those stabilization straps available separately on our website. Now for a few measurements to better assist you in choosing any hitch mounted accessories you may need, such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier. You're looking at about 4 inches from the center of the 1/2 inch diameter hitch pin hole to the rearmost point on the back bumper, and about 10 inches from the ground to the top of the Class 1 1.25 inch receiver opening. Begin our installation by opening our trunk. We'll remove our floor covering here, hook it up here on the top, secure it up out of the way. We'll remove our spare tire at this point. We'll remove our box here that our spare tire rests on. Take the lid off first. And we'll gain access to our spare tire tools. Lift these up over the battery. We can leave the battery in place. Now towards the back of our trunk, there's a plastic plug here. We'll just push this on through until it pops out the bottom. There's another one on the other side. We'll do the same. Now there's 3 T25 Torx screws that attach our lower fascia to our trunk pan. We'll remove these. Now on our passenger side, at the very end of our fascia bottom piece right here, there's a plastic retainer clip. You can pop out the center section with a flathead screwdriver or a trim panel tool. Okay, we have it detached from this panel here now, so that's good. Now this panel on the passenger side, it's held in place with 3 10mm screws. One's here, then one's up in here, right behind it. Right up there in the corner. We'll remove these to drop this panel down. Now we'll pull this piece on down and out of our way. Now we'll take one of our saddle straps on the passenger side, slide it over our bumper support bar here, and we'll install our carriage bolts, the long ones, onto it. And with that one installed, we'll do the other one. All right, we'll repeat the same process on the driver's side. Okay. Now we need to trim our rear fascia a little bit so our hitch will slide into position. We'll measure up 2¼ inches from the center line. Right there is 2¼ inches. So we'll measure out 1 5/8 inches from our center line. We'll do the same on the other side. We'll make another mark there. Now we measure this out. We should be right at 3¼ inches, which we are. So we'll make a line using a straight edge Then we'll come straight down. Same over here too. Okay, with that marked off, we'll take some masking tape or some painter's tape, whichever you have. We'll go around the edge. This will help protect our fascia and help us make a cleaner cut. Now we'll use a rotary tool with a plastic cutting bit to cut out our section here, making sure we have eye protection on and we're wearing gloves. And we can peel off our masking tape now. Now if you have any leftover paint marker, you can use some rubbing alcohol on a towel and it'll wipe right off. All right, now with the help of our friend, we'll raise our hitch up, making sure we pull our bumper cover back here a little bit. We'll raise it on up into our hardware, get our nut on. And once we have our bolts and our nuts started on both sides, we'll lower it on down and install our hardware through the trunk. All right, now we'll take some black silicone sealant. Doesn't matter what color it is, honestly, as long as you have some silicone sealant. It's also called RTV. And we'll go around the hole and where that plug was, make a nice thick bead all the way around it. We'll take our round plate and our carriage bolt, drop the carriage bolt on down, and then drop it through our hitch, which you can see right here where the hole is, and make sure our bolt goes through that hole. And we'll do the same on the other side. All right, with our hardware in place, we'll install our nuts on the bottom. We'll start to tighten our hardware now. We'll tighten the ones on the trunk pan first, making sure our hitch is centered. A good way to judge that is based upon this screw hole here where our fascia was secured by. That's right in the center of the vehicle. So if our hitch is centered along that and level, we're good. I'll snug these down a little bit more by hand first, and we'll tighten them down. And repeat the same process on the other side. Now we'll torque all of our hardware to the amount specified in the instructions. You may need to have a swivel socket and a universal joint in order to do this. All right, with all of our side bolts torqued, we'll torque our ones that go through the trunk pan. All right, with our hitch all torqued down, we'll reinstall our plastic piece here on the passenger side. We'll push this clip here back onto our panel. And now we'll reinstall 2 of the 3 screws that we took out that hold the bottom of our fascia to our trunk pan. The one that we had in the center can't go back in anymore because we cut that section of the fascia off to install the hitch. All right, with the installation complete, we can go ahead and replace our spare tire, and that completes our installation of the CURT Class 1 trailer hitch receiver, part number C11186 on our 2011 Audi A4.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.